Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with an OU Showdown Live featuring Mega Mawile. This is going to be the farewell to Mega Mawile, seeing as how Megas are not going to be in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'm honestly going to miss this one a lot. I absolutely loved clicking buttons with Mega Mawile in my first Pokemon World Cup that I went undefeated in, and unfortunately we lost due to some things with teammates, but Mega Mawile carried. Like really, it was like Mega Mawile, Mew, Talonflame. I feel like I use that all the time, but they carried all of East for sure. So really gonna miss this Mon, especially because it made Mawile a Mon that's like, it's not necessarily forgetful. I feel like that's a Pokemon people remember just because of how unique it looks, but it made it just better, a lot better. So Pyrromanis passed me this team. Shout out to him. He is a Patreon, and you know, part of the perks is I'll be using their teams and fixing things up. It has Subcombine Raikou, which I think is really interesting. This is something I have not used in OU, I believe, in a while. But with Spit Up Tspikes with Tspike, and this should be Recover. Let's make sure it stays that way. This is SD Mawile with Knockoff. Initially it had Fire Fang here, but I put Knockoff. I get why he has Fire Fang for Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is definitely annoying, so if I find it annoying, I'll change it back. But Knockoff is just too valuable for opposing Toxapex. Defog Tornadus, Z Offensive Landorus, and then Scarf Ditto, and I'm a huge fan of Ditto. I love Imposter Ditto. We have HP Ice IVs as well, and the rest doesn't really matter in terms of how it works. But I know y'all saw I got a new logo, I got a new banner. I think my banner is absolutely fire. I love the neon of it. It's gonna do a lot for branding in the future. You guys will see as in the near future as I start to roll out my new Showdown Live thumbnails going into you know, Sword and Shield, and it's just gonna make things a lot easier. Some people don't like the logo as much. I love it. It looks sleek, has MD. It also looks like a Latios, which is what Pedro was going for. And there's a few other things there that will be explained in the future as well. But I like it, and I know it's gonna take a while to get used to. That's exactly how my regular MD was. People didn't like my old MD one either, or the Pokemon one before that, or the one before that. It just, you know, it takes time to get used to. But yeah, let's look for a battle. Hopefully we can get some Raikou sweeps. Mawile is just one of those Pokemon you can just toss on and do really well, despite my opponent having like a Venusaur. Because, wow, my opponent's team is really strong. It really does look like random stuff. That's just good. Latios, so this is like either Specs or Scarf, or Soldew, Defog. I guess it could be Z as well, but when you have Kyurem, typically I think that Kyurem is Z. But I guess Life Orb, this could be Scarf, Rocks, Mega. This does not have to be AV. This could become... Wow, this is really hard to figure out. Every time I play Pokemon after hiatus, I face you. Have fun. I think Raikou is absolutely useless in this, but maybe with T-Spike up it can do something. But it's going to be hard because they do have a Venusaur. I'm very weak to the Kyurem. I think I'm going to try and find out its set. Meryl, by the way, Nido King episode where I bopped you. I do not remember at all. I'll be real. I don't remember at all. I play Pokemon every day. Have fun though. I definitely want to find out information about at least some sets. So I think I'll go Ditto lead because Kyurem Black is very likely, and I don't actually mesh too well with that. Well, that's a Z Kyurem. That is a Z Kyurem for sure. I'm actually tempted to just Ice Beam it because it doesn't have any recovery. He has Hidden Power Fire. Actually, this is Z, but it could be Life Orb. He could just Z me right now. I do anticipate him to Ice Beam into Fusion Bolt. I'm going to have a tough time outplaying this Pokemon, especially because I'm using Balance. If he Z's turn 1, I can't even... I have to try and burn him. I could see him Fusion Bolting immediately, but he doesn't have to. That's the thing. So, because he's Free Shock, he's definitely not Z Bolt Strike. I'm going to Scald right here. He might go Tapu Koko just to get up terrain. That way he can get right back out his Kyurem. I initially tried to Scald, attempting to burn the Kyurem right there. And honestly, I should live one Thunderbolt unless he's Choice Specs. I kind of just want to click Scald again if possible. Yeah, okay, that is Specs, but I don't want to let Kyurem in for free. That's like the main thing. Like if I went like Lando or anything, I'd potentially like cure him in for free. So I can always pivot back in, so I'm not as worried about this mon. And I could see him doubling into cure him if he doesn't want a Mega, but Tornadus should be fine. I doubt he has Sleep Powder when he's running Electric Terrain, and I can just U-turn pivot around as he ends up going out into Magearna. So this is interesting because that's definitely Z, which means this is more than likely AV, I want to say. I'm an offensive Landers. I don't think I do 96% though. See, I want to go for game with Mawile in the back, and if I get up rocks, I can kill things with SD Sucker Punch, so I need to weaken Landers. So I don't want to bring in Mawile on this and take an Electric Terrain boosted Volt Switch. That's just not the play. So Mawile has to be more of a late game winner for me. Earthquake does 86 to 102%. Not worth. Yeah, because rocks are going to be crucial. It actually is, though, worth getting in my pecs and then regenerating it up. I doubt this is Z when Kyurem is there. So I'm going to recover instead of regenerating because I don't want to pivot out to Landers. I'll take the Volt Switch. I mean, I took a Specs Volt Switch from Coco. Of course, I'm going to take a Volt Switch from this. As Kyurem is going to come out. And, I mean, this is where it gets a little bit scary because obviously Max Attack Kyurem is going to do a lot to me. I'm not physically defensive at all. And I'm going to have to mess around with the Z move, which is so annoying. 61 to 72%. I'm just out of range, so I'm actually going to recover here. As he goes out the top of Coco, not wanting to make any sort of... play right there. Now, because Raikou is expendable, I'd rather go Raikou on the potential HP Ice, as that double is really good because it covered Landers too. And I believe I can just sub here. I do have pressure, so if he throws off his Z move now, okay, so I managed to waste the Z move, which is absolutely amazing. I might even be able to Calm Mind up in this thing's face now, because Ice Beam isn't going to be doing too much. Fusion Bolt does a good chunk, but it's fine. I'm just going to get as much damage on this thing as possible. Yeah, so he has 2 Fusion Bolts left. Probably going to eventually go for Ice Beam. I just tried to also catch the Landers if possible, so I'll just Thunderbolt. Alright, so 1 Fusion Bolt left. 2, excuse me. We definitely take those, though. That's the damage I need that I don't need rocks. Again, Raikou I don't think was going to be too necessary. I guess it's a nice pivot into Coco, but Coco also is going to make itself die to my Thunderbolt. And Torn is going to be cool in late game with Coco being burnt. So I think what I do here is I double on, like, he either goes for Fusion Bolt here or he goes hard Coco. So I'm just trying to waste the turn, basically. I'm trying to waste the Fusion Bolt. And all I can do is Ice Beam here. So I'll live Ice Beam into Fusion Bolt, so I can make the Toxic play. I thought he'd go Coco and I can do some damage to it, but that way I don't have to bother predicting. I don't have to care about Ice Beam because I have Scald, so I can't be frozen. And I'll literally live this 100% of the time because he only has 1 left. I know you're going to eventually go Coco. And I don't mind Venusaur coming out because burning it is going to make Mawile's job a little bit easier. Exactly. So get up a T-Spike here. I can see him going Coco. Because Kyurem only has 1 Fusion Bolt left, my Tspikes can proceed to outplay it. Or attempt to outplay it, rather. And I can afford to go Tornadus once here. And just click Hurricane, because the guaranteed, well, not the guaranteed, but the chip on Magearna means that I kill it with Earthquake. So it's just a safe U-turn again. I'm going to have to outplay the Coco every turn. It's going to be tough. Okay, it gets less tough now because now I just go right to Landers. Perfect. So I do think Rocks is better just because his own Landers should come out. Initially, I don't want to Z-Fly on that. And now what I can do is SD and Z-Fly and get a KO on anything. Oh my god, what the hell? Of course it's Protect. Of course it's Protect. So I guess it's SD Toxic Protect. Is that its set? That's fire. Okay, it's SD Hidden Power Ice Protect. Wow, that's amazing. I'll live this, so it's worth throwing off a Skull to potentially burn Landorus and even weaken it. Nice. 100%, baby. I'm about to recover up, too. I really want to make the aggressive play of clicking recover here, because if I'm him, I go Tapu Koko. Because I have Torn coming in. But I guess it's not necessary because I can recover on Venusaur as well as Magearna. So I'll make the Torn play. As my opponent opts to Hidden Power Ice. That's fine, I can just regenerate this back basically. And I am fully recovered. I'm at full HP now. So, amazing. I have Landorus in range of Mawile and it can never recover on me. Latios obviously a huge threat, but he already showed its Z. So he showed its true colors right here. Its cards, whatever. So that's Scarf Latios. I'm pretty sure that's Scarf Latios. So let's go we know. Mega Venusaur, which is going to lose to SD Mawile. SD Koko, which dies at the range it's at. Z Kyurem, which dies at the range of that. I'm talking about in terms of to Mawile. Landorus, which dies to the +1 Sucker Punch. And Scarf Latios. I'll make the Ditto play just in case he goes for the trick here. Ditto's good, but expendable at the same time. And if he goes for Psyshock, I'm good either way, too. I'm going to Psyshock. I don't really have to predict here, I feel. If he Psyshocks, this is definitely a Choice Scarf set. Like, this is a Choice Scarf set. And his way of beating me is going to be Thunder Wave later, so I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm good with him sacking Kyurem Black there. Beautiful. So we don't have that to play. He can't even not play a Sucker Punch later. I mean, not that he could, but Latios comes out. I'm just going to Psyshock again. This is confirmed Scarf. Nice. Don't think I need my Choice Scarf. I'm pretty sure I win the game with SD Mawile. Yeah, so Landorus dies. Ah, there we go. And that's the Mawile win. That's what I wanted from Mawile, because Mawile takes it away now. He's going to attempt to Thunder Wave me with his Latios, but all I got to do is go out into my... Pretty sure you die, sir. Koko. Where's Specs? Why is Specs not a set here? Am I blind? Sure. Huh? Oh, Huge Power is not activated. Why is he even saying 43 to 51%? I'll make the Lando play. If he HP Ices Z, I literally set up again, so it's like best case scenario for me. And I fly, and I thought he was going to go Lottie, but I basically fly here to ensure a kill if he went Lottie. Hey, there we go. Koko can Thunderbolt all at once. I don't care about this Mon either. I sack Torn because Torn is expendable, but worst case he gets a Rocky Helmet. Torn loses to every Mon on his team. Go Mawile, SD up. Click knockoff. And I literally win the game with the combination. This basically ensures GG because I win the game with the combination of Landorus plus Tspikes because that's Specs Koko. And I could just knock off her to a KO. He has to Flare Cannon to knock me out. Or he doesn't. Sucker Punch here. Good game. There we go. And that's a great showcase of Mega Mawile. Again, Mega Mawile was really the end game I was going for. Obviously, I got a lot of burns with Toxapex, but that was what, you know, I put myself in positions to click Scald where my opponent had to do that. And you know what? Raikou actually did a pretty decent job there. Getting basically the pressure, the literal pressure, like its ability, the literal pressure on the Kyurem was awesome because it only had like 2 Fusion Bolts it can go for, and it can't Oko Toxapex unless it's under terrain, and if it goes for 1, I just recover it off. So I think the team really put like in a lot of work right there. That was a really fun game. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I thought that Mega Mawile could win as long as I got some chip and some burns and whatnot. So Specs Coco, definitely a problem though when your ground type is Landers. Obviously Raikou can take hits, but Raikou has no recovery outside of leftovers, and you know, eventually I will be worn down. But yeah, I think the cage lock might have dropped today or is dropping today. I'm not sure. Depends as well with A drive. So I mean, that'll be streamed and also coming up on YouTube as well. Where is this? Where's the game? I'll pause it. We'll be right. Oh, never mind. Coco Lucha. The standard. This team. God, this team. I believe it's also Specs Coco on this team. I believe it is Specs Coco on this team. I think Tspikes are incredible versus this guy. Defogger's Landers. Tspikes are still incredible. Raikou isn't terrible. I do have haste, so I can potentially stop the Lucha. Lucha, regardless of having double intimidate, double resist to like its stabs, I'm worried about Lucha. I'm always worried about Lucha. I always go Lando on a game versus Metachamp. Now, Kyurem can double out into Tapu Koko initially to get in Kyurem later, but this intimidate's always crucial because basically had I intimidated Metachamp or Kyurem, I could pivot into Toxapex / Torn respectively. So I'm gonna T-Spike here because I don't expect him to stay in when I can easily recover. I do not expect him to stay in. I expect him to go Tapu Koko. And that was a really aggressive play, but it's gonna work out for me because I'm gonna put that ball on that timer. And now it's like, okay, so that's a Calm Mind Magearna on this team, if I'm not mistaken. I could see Calm Mind Raikou winning, especially because of its own terrain, so I don't want to go out to this. I don't want to go out to that on this. I don't want to go Landers. I truthfully think Ditto is, like, I'm going to take a lot, but if he HP Ices, this is my play. As he Thunderbolts. I Volt Switch. That should be Specs damage, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I can just SD here and drop a Z Fly. I don't know why he stayed into double Thunderbolt, but I basically get rid of Landorus for nothing, and that means that the hazards should be, in theory, here to stay. And my Raikou just clicks Thunderbolt now. So, fantastic series of turns for me. I keep up my T-Spike. SD Mawile is pretty solid still. He can't revenge me with, like, Magearna. He might go Metacham. But I do have to still worry about that Halucha because I don't know the calcs off the top of my head. But with my multiple Intimidate Mons and the fact that I have Fly, I should be okay. I want to say that I don't die with Tornadus to anything. I want to say with Tornadus I don't die to anything because of my set, but I mean, it's a Mega Metacham. Like, that's a problem. Because he's gonna Ice Punch here for sure. I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna pivot on the Ice Punch. Or he actually had Jump Kicks. So, I'm surprised he didn't Ice Punch there. I guess he could potentially have Thunder Punch, but I basically went out to Pex to get in Tornadus on what I expected to be potentially a potential Ice Punch or anything, but will you turn here? It's okay if he stays in because I have a few sacks I would make. Ditto is actually not one of them because Ditto now can click Thunderbolt pretty safely, despite my opponent having, you know, Kyurem Black. Ditto's still really good. So I mean, my opponent could technically stay in here too, but I want to keep up momentum, and like Pex is expendable. Even though it can haze, Pex is still expendable just because he has Magearna, so terrain is really good. Versus me, boosting Thunderbolts and stuff like that. He has the Coco. Like, I would love to click Hurricane here, but if I miss it, I get nothing out of the turn. I'm gonna click it actually. Thinking about it, it's better to click it. We can just U-turn. So I have Metacham in range of Thunderbolt. This is Z Flare Cannon if I'm not mistaken. And I guess it's like the Mon that I guess I go Pex on and haze basically. definitely go Pex on and just haze. He tried to predict, bro. No, 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 no. This is Z, if I'm not mistaken, but we can Scald here. A little bit of damage on Coco puts it in range of Thunderbolt from both my Raikou as well as my own Tapu Koko, which will be my Ditto. So that's going to be dead. Now, I don't die to the Thunderbolt, and that's Z, Magearna. Because I don't think that's Z, Kyurem. I guess it could be. What is that Magearna? Because this Mon wins, I don't want to go out to him. I'm going to stay in. I do live the Volt Switch, yeah. I know I live the Volt Switch, which is like, Volt Switch or HP Ice, I think we're more likely than anything else. And I definitely am so weak to this Mon that I can't bother switching. I feel like I'll be fine versus Mag, though. So I'm going to actually just click Recover. He could Z here, and Z is actually a guaranteed kill for this dude. So that's a smart play. Because that is a guaranteed kill. So we know that Magearna's not Z. Maybe I have Papa Berry or Shuka. I just want to make sure I have enough pieces left. Raikou is still important. Outspeeds everything and Thunderbolts everything. It can sub up on Coco as well. I think I'd go Kyurem just to see the rest of his set. Yeah, it might be best to just click Ice Beam here. Because even though speed-wise I like this for Coco, Mawile still kills things with Sucker Punch too. So it's better just go Kyurem and click Ice Beam here. Because I think what I want to do is I want to put him in range of my Magearna. Excuse me. I'm thinking about what's going to come out. Like if I Ice Beam here and he Ice Beams and knocks me out, I'll go Raikou and Revenge Kill him because I have another turn of terrain. And then I want to set up in front of Magearna with Raikou. So he could go hard. Oh, this is KW. This is a dude I played in SBL. Perfect, yep. Exactly what I needed. And now I get a kill with Thunderbolt from Raikou. Lovely. So this is like the position I wanted with this Mon. Because I wanted to be able to bring out Raikou here. My opponent does not know if I'm Specs or not. My opponent doesn't know if I'm Specs or not. I can Calm Mind in the face of Coco. And this Thunderbolt is going to KO Kyurem guaranteed. That crit did not matter. Obviously I had Terrain as well. They don't know anything about my my Raikou set. They might go Medicham and Fake Out. But they don't know anything about my Raikou set. So this is why this Mon is really good. I still have Mawile's Intimidate in the back. And Landers is Intimidate. Like I have all my Pokemon for Hawlucha. Ideally, if he does bring out Coco, I think I just Calm Mind up in its face. But he goes hard Magearna. I want to say I go Lando because if he Flare Cannons ISD up with Mawile. Yeah, I always went Lando here. Even if he's Shuka. You're going to go Coco and Z Fly. Like, this is the play. I always went Lando. Can I lose to this naturally? No, you're going to go Coco here. I don't want to let Coco come in. No. This isn't sub on this team. I'm going to fly. I'm thinking about double Earthquaking, but you'd sack Coco if anything, right? I don't think you'd go hard Magearna. If he does go hard Magearna, fantastic play. But I think that sets up my Raikou to win. I believe I fly. I'm faster. Nice. So this is great. Like it's good but bad. Like because then it comes down to me cooking Hurricane. So because he's not boosted, I can actually go for rocks here instead of going for yep. I can go for rocks there. I want to position myself to win this game. So I think the position I need to be in is have Tornadus in as he goes Coco now. Or Lucha. That's cool too. I can just U-turn. Here goes Medicham. We just sack Tornadus. As long as I have Mawile alive, I shouldn't lose it. I had good Ice Punch, but you're going to die there. I just need to make sure this Lucha is not in. So he can go ahead and knock me out here. I literally click U-turn 100% of the time. As he dazzling gleams. And I should be able to calm mind up. Excuse me, I should be able to sub up with my Raikou here in this thing's face. That way he cannot get in his Lucha. All I gotta do is click Thunderbolt on my Raikou. I would have calm minded up if I didn't get if he didn't take extra poison turn. Maybe Rocks was a misplay. Oh, never mind. He went this first, so I think that's a throw. Because Magearna can't shift gear and beat me, which I don't even think it's shift gear, but I have Electric Terrain up, so Magearna's going to take a lot from this. Yeah, it can't shift gear and beat me at the same time. Oh my god, it's Eye Papa Berry. No, it's fine either way. I believe with Sucker Punch I'll be good. And the fact that he has to Flare Cannon twice. He still has to Flare Cannon here. I think, yeah, because he might try and Thunderbolt beat me actually, but Thunderbolt doesn't kill me now, and I believe I forced the Flare Cannon with my Mawile. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I still win. I didn't realize Wiki was a set, even though I've played this team a million times. Thunderbolt doesn't kill me though, and he's also, I've hit him with 3 Thunderbolts, so he's risking me paralyzing him. So I think he has to Flare. And then he's gonna have to Flare Cannon my my Landers as well, which is gonna give him another drop, and then Mawile should win the game. So you're gonna have to Flare Cannon here. So he's gonna be +1. You're still risking me. You have the Flare Cannon. Right, there's the Flare. I go Landers to force another Flare Cannon. He only gets +1, and then Magearna wins. Excuse me, Mawile wins. So he's forced to Flare Cannon here. GG. It was a wrap anyway. Like, cause I had Mawile, unless it missed / got crit, I won. So that that miss mattered in a sense that we never know, because I'll obviously show you the Mawile. It mattered in a sense that we never know. I'll even make it, because he would lose -2, and then he'd get +1 from killing me. So he'd be +1. Flare Cannon though does 62 to 73%. Even if he's modest, doesn't kill. And then this is not huge power for whatever reason, but my huge power player up does 48 to 48. So I guess it would come down to me hitting that attack, I suppose. And shout out to Raikou though. Raikou always being a beast. Shout out to Mawile in the back being threatening. We'll look for one more game, but I'm gonna pause it. Ah, God, I want to pause that. Oh, this is another one. Raikou is actually amazing. Wow. Thankfully, my opponent doesn't have Lucha, which is a little bit easier. Like, it's a little bit harder, I think, to deal with than Pinsir, personally. But I definitely want to find out information about their set. So I'm gonna go with the Ditto lead. Just gives me a good lead, I want to say. And basically, Specs Coco is super threatening for this team. I don't want to lead Raikou because Raikou is really good. My Mawile is annoying if it gets in, right? For my opponent, they don't have a player switching. So Mawile is very annoying. But Ditto is just fantastic early on for giving me some information. Like, Ditto is absolutely fantastic for giving me information. So I want to find out. Alright, so this is Calm Mind Z Keldeo. We're gonna go Torn here because we can take a hit unless he Z's immediately. I think I U-turn immediately too. So like, this is good because I get up that T-Spike, and this T-Spike is going to basically be here to stay. Now I don't know if that's not Z Magearna, that's AV Magearna. Like, I do know that's AV Magearna. Oh my gosh. Hard Pinsir, huh? That's smart. But that T-Spike is going to be so good. If I'm able to keep it though. Because like right now, he put me in a position where he's going to click a button now. He's going to click Frustration. Because I can beat this thing even if it boosts and my Tornadus isn't that useful, I'm going to actually click Scald because he's going to have Frustration immediately. I'll live it. And I'm going to click Scald because if I get the burn, I obviously get the breast turn out of this. Exactly. So, yeah. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But like, I mean, I'm a positioning type of player, and that was my best play there. Why would I make my Tornadus be in range of Frustration plus Quick Attack when I can do that the next turn, but also have a chance to burn Pinsir? That's it. That's it. Now, I know this one was really short, guys. It actually wasn't. It was half an hour, but we only got really 2 really good games, though. They were 2 really good games. I have to leave it at that because I have a few things I'm working on for the channel and whatnot. But you guys will be having some good videos, some collabs coming up soon as well. I think today you'll also have a second video. I do hope you guys all enjoy it, though. I feel like I played both of them really well, and I feel like that last game, I know I only made like a turn 1 play. The reason I U-turn with Tornadus as well was because I can go Tspikes on the Z, and I can bait the taunt, because obviously I could potentially, you know, haze and whatnot, and then go back on Torn and do work. But I think that was still my best play there. Like, it was obviously go for frustration. But I have some responsibilities I have to do outside of YouTube. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Sorry it was I mean, it was a regular Showdown live, but it's just that the 2 games took really long. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. I think this was a good farewell to Mega Mawile, though. Game 1, I think, was awesome for Mega Mawile. Absolutely loved it in Game 2. I kept it in the back because it could always win me the game, and it was about to win me the game if I didn't dodge with Lanners. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.